did with Ashvapati in the end. Let's go ask him for an update. Great! Everyone's in one place!
Now that we are on the other side of this incident, I suggest we put any remaining questions to rest here and now. The Voynich Guild won't be responsible for any disputes remaining after this meeting.
Understood. Well, there's been no serious harm to me or any of my compatriots. And with the arms dealing operation closed down, I've achieved my strategic objective. I'm happy to let the Fontaine authorities process the culprits from here on.
I appreciate your flexibility. I'll need all of them in my custody to proceed with the case files. As for you... Given your association with the Voynich Guild, I suspect the boss of the Curatorium might raise some objections if I insisted on bringing you into custody as well.
Then what do you propose, Miss Chevreuse?
While pursuing one of the suspects in this case, it was unfortunately necessary for me to destroy a certain signboard in Nasha Town.
Is that an official confession, officer?
What I'm suggesting is that I don't file charges against Ashvapati, he stays here, and in return, you don't seek damages for the signboard. Sound fair?
Deal.
Huh. That went surprisingly smoothly. Paimon figured it was gonna be a whole ordeal.
Uncle Ashvapati,
They told us the whole story. Everything you've done. Even so, we still want you as our uncle.
But
If you'd been less trusting of the promises these men made to you back then, and left some weapons for your own people to defend themselves with, maybe things would have turned out differently. The way I see it, your crime wasn't the weapons research itself. It was failing to use that knowledge sensibly, to protect the ones you cared about.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Well then, what are you waiting for? The chance to atone for real is staring you right in the face.
Children, from now on, I will protect you with my life.
Traveler, Yelan. On behalf of the Fontaine authorities, it has been a pleasure working with you both. I wish you all the best.
I have plenty of other business to attend to, so it's probably about time I got going as well. See ya.
Looks like you're a free man.
I guess, but even if they won't arrest me, I still have a lot to answer for. I joined the Voynich Guild with my own agenda and nearly ruined their reputation. Are you really gonna let me get away with that?
After you joined us, it didn't take me long to find out that you'd lied about nearly everything. Everything except your desert origins. That turned out to be true. I actually consider the desert my home too, so I was interested to learn who the real Ashvapati was. Thanks to the Traveler, I now know the full story. And my, what a story it is. Granted, the final chapter caused us a fair amount of trouble. But hey, sometimes that's the price you pay for a good ending.
Are you serious?
I mean, obviously I can't let you stay in the guild. Not after all the rules you broke.
I completely understand.
I'd recommend that you take these kids back to the desert.
Why?
The desert has been plagued by seemingly endless conflict since as far back as I can remember. But your story offers a glimpse of a different way of life.
Gagasan tentang
Maybe
manusia
there
yang bisa
really is hope for peace in the desert. The Sumeru of today is a different world than what it once was. With Lesser Lord Kusanali at the helm, who knows where the possibilities end? Maybe you could rebuild the home these kids once knew.
I'm flattered, really. But that was a lifetime ago. I'm sure the sandstorms will have buried any last trace of that oasis by now. Sure. We could put up a few tents.
February 28th,
Call it a
2026.
settlement.
The Supreme Leader of Iran
What then?
sits inside his Tehran compound.
It would be a brutally harsh existence. There's no way around it.
Where there's Mora, there's always a way. Hello, my dear customer. Why don't you discuss your needs with me? If you can dream it, you can buy it.
So Mora is the answer, huh? All right. Say I wanted to buy a hometown for these children. You telling me I can buy that from you?
Don't take her so literally. She's just doing her sales pitch. Sure can. Huh? Ta-da! I present to you one magical gemstone created by none other than the renowned mage Alice herself. Simply plant it in the ground and a spring will instantly start growing. Before long, you'll have yourself a fully fledged oasis. And the best part is, it's designed to work flawlessly, even in the most arid and sandiest of deserts.
What the?
Huh. Looks genuine to me.
Goodness. They always say you can find everything at the Not Cry Trade Expo. Turns out it's more than just marketing hyperbole. Still, surely a treasure like this must cost the world. As much as I'd love to buy it, I don't think I'm the kind of clientele you're looking for.
Actually, this could be your lucky day. The mage who tasked me with selling this insisted on setting the price herself, and she priced it as whatever keeps the kids happy. Needless to say, I found far more lucrative options. But alas, none of them would be worth breaking a promise to a mage over.
Whatever keeps the kids happy? So what is that in Mora?
Good question. I got it! How about I charge you whatever you three kids earned at the expo? Then you can say you bought back your hometown through nothing but your own hard work. I think that would keep the kids very happy indeed. Wouldn't you agree?
Deal!
Well, this was a strange turn of events.
Kemarin saya pas unboxing, teman-teman, kalau speaker pas 8E20 ini nggak dapat remote ya. Jadi kita
I think it's safe to say that this was one of the more memorable trade expos.
Yang pas for F6, F3, dapat B-nya, atau yang BTS-nya juga dapat B-nya. Kalau yang ini belum dapat atau belum cukup sama mic. Nah, di sini teman-teman juga bisa nanti pasang mic-nya ya secara manual ada di sampingnya. Kalau speaker pas 8E20 ini belum juga dilengkapi radio FM. Untuk yang ada radio FM-nya, paling rendahnya adalah yang di tipe pas 8E22. Kalau yang pas 8S-nya, 22 itu juga sudah ada radio FM-nya. Nah, teman-teman, kalau pas 8E20 ini belum dibuat sama remote. Tapi teman-teman bisa pakai aplikasi, ya, namanya aplikasi Audio Connect dari Polytron. Teman-teman bisa nanti download di Play Store. Nah, untuk caranya nanti akan saya bikin tutorialnya di video ini. Nah,
If you want to drum up some business, all you gotta do is holler, and everyone on the first floor will be able to see you. Also, you have to come this way to get to the second floor, which pretty much guarantees that everyone attending the expo will notice you guys at some point. Not bad, huh? Thanks to the spot I saved you, you guys will be drowning in business before you know it. Your point being?
Cross-referencing Yehoda's current facial expression against database. Confirmed. Analysis suggests that Yehoda hopes we will return the favor.
Bersama dengan modelnya yang
You bet I do.
8
At least Robo Girl gets it. Okay, how do we do that?
Generating proposal. Complete. Yehoda, the next time you visit the workshop, I will reserve the seat closest to the hallway for you.
Dan mid-range-nya
Huh?
kurang 5 inch.
This seat provides priority access to any dessert items delivered from the kitchen. It is also free from window glare and sits at optimal proximity to the teapot. By reserving this premium spot for you, I can guarantee you a most enjoyable dessert sampling experience.
Di sini teman-teman ada lubang
Is
pembuangan
this
anginnya.
your
Dan
idea
di box ini
of a fair trade? Are you kidding me? That spot's usually reserved for me. I'd never let you take it if I didn't have my dessert budget to consider.
What's going on?
Yehoda looks upset.
Di sini,
All right,
bagian ini.
I'll level
Dan
with
nggak masuk
you.
kayak
Since I saved you such a great spot for your booth and all, could you
dan
possibly
ini
lend
motif
me
ya, bukan
some
pulling dari
technical
sebenarnya karena ini
support,
bohong.
please?
Ini motif aja.
Technical support?
Untuk pembuangan anginnya
This
juga
year's
sama ya.
expo is way bigger than ever before, which means there's definitely gonna be more shenanigans going down too. I know, surely you have some kind of contraption that can, like, scare everyone at the expo into compliance or
Nah, untuk
something.
speknya ada di sini teman-teman bisa
As
lihat.
the manager,
Ini
I
spesifikasinya
need
speaker
something I
Ibanez
can fall
3,
back on in
maksimal
case
inputnya di
the you-know-what
109
hits the
frekuensi
fan.
respon di 23 sampai 20 Hz.
think?
Teman-teman kalau teman pakai ampli ini
Escalated that far.
ini
Shouldn't you
pastikan
just report it to
maksimal,
Never instead of trying to
inputnya
deal with
itu
it
di
yourself?
100 Hz. Kalau melebihi
Well,
dari itu nanti
yes,
akan jebol, ya.
technically
Jadi hati-hati
speaking.
teman-teman kalau misalkan
But
pakai
if,
speaker
for
pasif ini
example,
untuk,
it was somehow kind of my
ampli,
fault to begin with,
ini teman-teman
I'd probably be
maksimalin
better off
meeting
solving it
100
myself on the
WRMS.
PO.
Jadi kalau lebih dari itu nanti akan jebol. Nah, ini dia untuk
Remember
tali
those 3 kids?
kabel dari
Well, that
pasifnya.
punk who was harassing them wasn't just
Jaraknya
some
lumayan nih, dia
random
panjangnya.
nobody.
Kalau
He was
panjangnya
just the
sekitaran
one that
3
got
meter ya,
picked to stir things
kabelnya.
up.
Dan ujung
There's a whole bunch of people
kabelnya
here who
ini.
aren't happy with the booth situation. Now, obviously, they don't have the guts to pick a fight with the Voynich Guild directly, but apparently, they at least have the guts to harass 3 kids outside the confines of the expo. The problem is, I'm not really supposed to get involved with anything that isn't strictly to do with the expo, so the whole thing would kind of be hard to explain to Neff. Not that I regret what I did, but geez, you sure know how to make life harder for yourself.
Teman-teman bisa pakai yang kabel atau mic wireless ya.
Sounds like we need to be smart
Kalau mic
about
wireless
this.
nanti tinggal colok aja. Kan biasanya dia ada decodernya. Tinggal colok ada
Fine.
perubahan lainnya.
Just this
Dan ini
once,
sudah
I
ada
guess I can lend you the
dari
Clink Clank
opsinya
Crisis
juga.
control
Nah, di
switch.
sini untuk bandnya dia
Agreed.
hanya ada control
This
bass
option
dan
meets
keyboard.
Yehoda's requirement for an
Limitnya belum ada
expo-wide
ya.
intimidation
Terus
strategy.
sudah ada Bluetooth.
The Clink
Dan
Clank
power
Crisis
outputnya
control
ini
switch.
200 WRMS.
What's
Ini
that?
per boxnya ya. Ini
This little
100
guy right
dan yang
here.
pasifnya juga
I made it
100.
recently after getting
Terus,
myself
teman-teman,
into
di
a
sini ada
really sticky
monitor audio connect. Nah,
situation.
ini tadi yang
To
saya
activate
bilangin
the
untuk
switch, you
menggantikan
just need to
remote
give
ini,
him
teman-teman
3
bisa pakai
taps
yang
on the head.
audio connect
If
ini
you
dari
do that,
programnya.
there's pretty much
Ini
nothing in
switchnya
Nodcry
program
that you won't be able to handle.
Ada mid range-nya
Really?
tadi yang berukuran
So
5
what
inch.
actually
Dan
happens when you
overnya juga
activate
yang
it?
berukuran 8 inch.
You'll find out if it comes to it. But
Jadi, ini yang
I'm only
pakai
letting you
over
use it once. So you
8 inch
better
semua ya.
save it for when you really need
Dan
it.
mid range-nya lumayan ya.
Okay,
Untuk dari
cool.
tendangan
I'll take your word
atau
for it.
suaranya ini kenceng ya. Kalau di luar ruangan dan di dalam ruangan juga bagus banget. Nah, ini teman-teman bukan pelindung ya, kayak motif aja ya. Jadi bukan pelindung speaker banget soalnya ini kalau kayak sini. Ini bukan pelindung, jadi motif aja ya dari speaker.
Good roll.
Ini
All right,
mengikuti
maybe
yang
I'll take one more
ya,
day off
yang
and
seri F.
knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Biar gak ribet, pakai santan tepung kuku. Pasti lebih bersih, gurih, dan ketahuan.
Oke, kita lihat dari belakangnya. Nah, untuk tombol-tombolnya teman-teman, kalau yang pas 8E20 ini di samping, ya. Kalau yang pas 69 ini di depan sini. Ya. Kalau yang pas 8E20 di samping dia. Nah, di sini teman-teman bisa lihat itu dari tombolnya ada source,
It's her, the boss of the Spina di Rosula.
USB, live, dari
Huh?
host. Nah, ini belum dilengkapi ya.
Oh,
Terus di
things
sini
are
ada
about
tombol
to kick
stop,
off.
mundur, maju.
What are you worried about, Yehuda?
Ini ada tombol volume.
Shh, don't you see him over there? Parasol Lady's the head honcho of the Fontanian underworld. Rumor is she pulled the crumbling organization back together and avenged her father with her own hands. Oh, we don't want to get on her bad side. An eye patch over there is a merc captain from Niue. She has a fleet of her own that sails the seas. Most people know to steer clear. I was worried this expo might not be big enough for the two of them, if you catch my drift. So I kept their booths far apart. Looks like they wound up meeting in the end, though. You don't think they're butting heads already, do you? What am I gonna do?
Dan ini ada
Hey guys, what's up? Oh, hey there, partner in Paimon. Partner?
Can't go far in my line of work without hearing about the president of the Spina di Rosula or the champion duelist of the court of Fontaine. Thought I'd make some friends since the opportunity's presenting itself. Plus, now that the traveler has arrived, I wonder if these ladies might just agree to coming aboard for a drink.
What's the traveler got to do with that?
You're too kind, Miss Beto.
So, the thing is, over there is a friend of ours. She's managing the expo, and seeing as you're all big shots where you come from, she was worried you might, butt heads.
Is that so? Well, I think you can put her at ease. Yeah, and if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
Kita sekarang cek sound dari speaker Polytron pas 8E2 ini. Oke, teman-teman kita atur dulu dari bagian volumenya.
Well, there you have it. Nothing to worry about. These people are your friends. How is that even possible?
Tombol juga kita paskan tengah, bassnya juga kita paskan tengah, dan super bassnya juga kita paskan tengah. Jadi ada semua ya, ada semua. Dan ini kalau naik ini udah menyeret ke suara speakernya, jadi kalau mic-nya ada itu. Nah, untuk dari monitoring inputnya, teman-teman bisa lihat di sini. Ini yang warnanya ini warnanya biasa ya. Orange ya. Kuning ya, warnanya orange. Dan kalau teman-teman bukan inputnya atau ganti inputnya ada di sebelah sini yang source-nya tadi yang tombol ini. Ini ganti inputnya, saya inputnya apa aja? Ada USB, ada line, ada aux, dan ada Bluetooth. Jadi ada 4 ya, itu dari inputnya. Nah, sekarang kita pakai Bluetooth ya untuk cek soundnya. Teman-teman, di sini saya sudah download aplikasi audio panel dari Polytron. Nah, di sini teman-teman kita buka aplikasinya. Kalau baru buka seperti ini tampilannya.
Uh-oh.
Nah, di sini dia minta
It's
kita
Lord
aktifkan
Songima
lokasi.
Bay. Oh, I wonder what we're in for this
Nah,
time.
kalau sudah aktif lokasi, GPS-nya ini di sini. Jangan lupa juga aktifkan Bluetooth-nya. Di sini sudah nyala
Hello,
Bluetooth
is
dan
that the
GPS-nya.
traveler and our
Nah,
dearest
sekarang
Miss
teman-teman
Expo
kita cari
Manager
perangkatnya.
Yehuda?
Sebelum kita
You're in
cari
luck. I'm offering a whole host of Expo exclusive discounts. Don't miss out.
Di input di sini. Untuk inputnya ganti dulu ke Bluetooth.
Paimon's not remotely surprised to see Dory here. This event's practically made for her.
Nah, kalau ketika
Yeah,
kita
she
ini
attends
masih belum
religiously
tersambung.
every year.
Nah, siapa tahu teman-teman
And
tersambung dengan
she's
perangkat lain
always the
teman-teman.
seller who we
Ini
get the
bisa
highest number
di
of
reset ya, bisa
complaints
di reset
about.
paling tahan aja di sini tombolnya.
Complaints? Every single Mora I make from this expo is 100% legitimate. I've never broken the rules, and my prices are entirely fair. If people regret their purchases and want to grumble about it behind my back, that's not my problem.
Di sini teman-teman.
I can hazard a guess as to why people might be complaining. I know. And every dispute ends in your favor after you've peppered the buyer with a million and one reasons why you're not in the wrong. It's just... Could Could you maybe not find a way to send every single one of your customers complaining to me this time? I'm begging you, Lord Songge Mabe, for me. Please.
Jadi dia nggak kedip-kedip lagi, tapi tulisannya cuma Bluetooth. Di sini ada tulisannya terhubung. Nah, di sini teman-teman bisa kontrol ya dari input-inputnya.
A special opening sale just for Miss Yehuda. 50% off! In other words, I'll do my very best to keep the number of complaints down to no more than half of my customers. Sound good?
Jeez, what a bargain!
Kontrol yang lainnya teman-teman nggak ada ya.
Works for me, I guess.
Dari si speakernya. Ini saya cari lagi. Nah, naikkan volume, turunin volume bisa di sini.
Have you been to the Clink Clank Krumkake Craft Shop's booth yet? They're selling blueprints for a machine. With everything Uncle's taught me, I bet I could build one of those thwack and smack defense spots. We should buy a blueprint.
Sounds like a waste of money to me. We should be spending our expo earnings on more important stuff like clothes.
But Uncle said the most important thing is that we have fun.
Guys, please don't fight!
I hate to break it to you, but I'm afraid no one really comes to this expo looking to buy toys. If you make any more here, it won't be nearly enough to buy yourselves a blueprint. I doubt it'll even cover your new clothes.
Oh! Hi, Yehuda! Hi, Traveler!
I came here to make sure you kids stay safe, so listen carefully. If you want to look around the expo, that's fine, but you need to be extremely careful when talking to any strangers. Okay? A lot of crazy people show up to this expo, both sellers and buyers. You don't know what they might be capable of. So if anything happens, don't try to deal with it yourselves. Call for me right away. You got that?
Yehuda's really serious about looking out for these kids.
Well, it's kinda my job. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. Oh, just take a look around. This booth is the only one being run by a bunch of kids. If there's anyone out there aiming to cause trouble, you can bet they'll start with the weakest target.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Welcome to the Treasure Hoarder booth.
The treasure hoarders have a booth?
Yep, every year. This is the largest legal black market in all of Teyvat. The stuff they dig up is perfect for a place like this.
But can one person really represent their entire organization?
No way. Treasure Hoarder is just a catch-all title. Their internal structure is crazy complicated. The thing is, the members who'd apply to set up the exhibits used to give themselves ever more highfalutin titles. You know, to boost buyer confidence. Over time, it became an unwritten rule that each expo can only have one treasure hoarder booth. The different factions usually duke it out beforehand for the right to take part.
To be honest, I see myself as a member of the Fruity Order first, and a treasure hoarder second. What? Have you been living under a rock? Never mind. You'll hear all about our heroic deeds soon enough.
The Fruity Order's a familiar name around here, at least. They've been winning the Treasure Hoarder Expo rights for a few years now. Although, this guy's a new face. demands are ridiculous.
What's wrong?
This exhibitor is apparently selling some rare Natlanese artifacts. And he's making some extremely unrealistic demands about how he wants them stored. I know the contract says that we're responsible for storage, but I'm sorry. It's unreasonable to expect us to meet these requirements.
Unreasonable? These are rare and very fragile historical relics we're talking about. You can't just throw them into a warehouse, okay? They have to be handled with care. Tumaini?
Yep, that's Tumaini, all right. So, what exactly do you need?
Well, I suppose I can use the assigned warehouse if I really have to. Just don't tell Granny Eatsley about this, please.
Whatever Tumaini means, it seems like it carries even more weight than dropping Boss Neff.
Ada yang sekitar proyek 48, ada yang CF28. Kalau dengan SD bassnya lebih ngebas ya dari suaranya. Dan kalau kamu pakai mixer juga bisa ya. Pakai mixer.
Wait, that's a familiar face. Isn't that Wava?
Why, if it isn't the Traveler. Knew there'd be some big names here.
Let's get the official business over with first. Unfortunately, you're the first seller at the expo to receive a complaint. We've received word that the muskets you're selling are a few shots away from turning into scrap.
Well, yeah. It's written here plain as day. Muskets for sale. Condition extremely poor. The internal grooves have been worn away and the ammo might be damp. Best practice is to pray that it doesn't explode before each use.
Wait, so you weren't speaking in code to cover your tracks?
Code?
Yeah. Sometimes people bring stuff that needs to be kept on the down low. So they dress it up as junk beforehand. Happens on the black market all the time.
You're overthinking things here. This stuff really is junk. We were just gonna scrap them, but my superiors thought we might as well try and make some more off of them. And who knows? If the prayers are answered and the gun ends up firing a few times, the buyer hasn't totally wasted their money, have they?
Guess not.
I mean, a weapon on the brink of ruin that's still capable of considerable firepower. Doesn't that just scream black market to you?
Yeah, but who would buy something like this?
Maybe collectors who don't care if it works. And desperados who don't care if it explodes.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's you two! Been a while, hasn't it?
Wait, you know this guy too? Okay, I'm slowly starting to get why Boss Neff asked you to help me out.
Ah, you must be the expo manager. Was there something you needed from me?
Nope, just checking in. You're just selling a few ordinary items, is that right?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Okay. I mean, we've got people selling toys this year, so why not?
You seem confused. In the right environment, ordinary items don't have to fetch an ordinary price, you know? I'm sure I'll meet someone at this trade expo who recognizes their hidden value.
Cool. Well, you do you. I'm certainly not gonna stop you.
What about you, friend? Care to do some business? Well, to be honest, I spent most of the ones in my inventory to purchase this batch of goods. The ones you see here are just for decoration. But I'm confident that I can make a killing here, so I'll be sure to make another batch of Box of Marvels should the opportunity arise later.
Sir, we don't forbid exhibitors from offering drink samples, but I need to make sure you understand what you're getting into. Any samples you offer are at your own risk. If anything goes wrong, like if a customer has a bad reaction to one of your products, the expo can't take any responsibility.
Rest assured, ma'am, what you see here is 100% pure Mondstadt vintage. Straight from the Dawn Winery's cellars, actually.
Really? Wow-wee! You don't often find Mondstadt wine this far away from home.
Ah, you're telling me. If you try to ship this stuff through the proper channels, all the taxes and tariffs would send the prices skyrocketing. But that's where my connections come in. With me, you get Mondstadt wine at Mondstadt prices.
Cool! What kind of connections?
Hey! You can't go around asking people questions like that!
Take it easy.
Watch out, do you, Hoda?
Just keeping an eye on things. Looking out for any problems that might need me to step in. Hey! You three! What are you doing here? There should be at least one of you manning the booth at all times.
Accessing booth operation logs. Analyzing. Neb left to try and buy a new blueprint. Ati soon followed to try and stop him. Finally, Rhea came to mediate between them.
I keep telling you, we don't have that much Mora to spare!
I just wanted to have a look. What's wrong with that?
Guys, seriously, stop fighting!
Here's the thing, Neb. Even if you could afford to buy a blueprint, I'm afraid I couldn't allow it. I know you like building stuff, but these designs aren't for toys like the kind you're used to. They're for weapons, which are very complicated to build and extremely dangerous.
That's a load of baloney, dumpster diver. My designs are toys too, actually.
Huh? You build a machine that can blast monsters into the sky, and in your mind, that's a toy?
I mean, at the end of the day, is there really that much difference between weapons and toys anyway?
Not where Knuckle Duckle's concerned. That's for sure.
Ugh, that's not the point. Anyway, you there with the brown hair, you want a blueprint?
Yeah! I want to make some thwack and smack defense bots too. I also have some design ideas of my own. And with your bots as the basis, maybe I'll be able to try them out for real.
I get it. Your head's so full of ideas you want to bring to life that you can hardly sleep at night. You try eating some snacks to take your mind off things, but it doesn't seem to help anymore.
Exactly! But what can I do? I'll never be able to afford one of your blueprints.
Well, you must have blueprints for the toys you've made too, right? Let's trade! One of your toys for one of mine.
Really? Thank you so much, ma'am! Is it ma'am, or...?
It's Boss. Boss of the Clink Clank Crunkaki Craft Shop.
Thank you so much, boss of the Clink Clank Crunkaki Craft Shop.
That was very thoughtful. Who are you, and what have you done with Aino?
What's that supposed to mean? I'm a boss, aren't I? A lot of people depend on me. Looking out for them is a big part of the job.
Did that really just happen? For a moment there, Aino stopped being a little kid and acted like a full-on grown-up. A grown-up who's shorter than the kid she was looking out for, but still.
Previous records indicate that Aino has a 94% chance of adopting such behaviors when encountering a child in a similar situation to herself.
Ah, Traveler. Paimon. How do you do?
That's our secondary goal. To put it in Mr. Flintz's words, it's important for Lightkeepers to spend some time in the land of the living every once in a while.
That sounds like something he'd say, yeah. Are you interested in these muskets? Since we're friends, Paimon will let you in on some insider info. This officer here is basically selling scrap.
Oh, I'm well aware. The sign makes that quite clear.
True.
I'm interested in this particular piece because it brings to mind a picture I once saw. It featured several Ratniki and a Fatui officer who fought alongside them. The weapon that the latter used was identical to this one.
The Fatui teamed up with the Lightkeepers?
That's not unusual. I've heard similar stories from our older members. The owner of this musket must have been a hero who stood against the Wild Hunt as well. But why would you sell a hero's firearm?
That's just how the rules work on our end. Everyone agreed to it. Whether it's a no-name sergeant like me or a renowned hero. Our equipment is to be collected and redistributed once we're dust on the wind. The stuff that's usable is given to new recruits. And the scrap is sold for whatever price it can still fetch. That way, we can at least put it towards feeding the grunts, you know? Better than following them to the grave.
Huh. I think I'm going to buy this musket, Mr. Flintz. Could you tell me a few more stories about it when you get the chance?
Of course.
Take it easy.
Ahem. So what's the situation in need of mediation?
This person's been glaring daggers at me from behind since she arrived. Hey, you! I'm a member of the Fruity Order, you hear?
What a coincidence. So am I.
Wait, really? I first encountered the humor and intelligence of trendy Zaytune Peach in the New Tide anthology. Then I heard the legend of intrepid Valberry while I was in the Fortress of Meripede. The more I heard about your order, the more it drew me in. I've been searching for so long, but I was never able to find an actual member. So when I heard that the Nodcry Trade Expo was being held again, I applied under your name. And now, I finally get to meet you!
It's those idiots. Stirring up trouble again, huh?
So what I'm getting is that this guy's an imposter?
Our orders won the expo rights several years in a row, so we announced that we were backing out of the running this year to avoid conflict. Then, this guy had to come along. A few of the other groups were looking to duke it out, so imagine their anger when someone claiming to be one of ours snatched the expo rights again.
Well, no one's made any trouble for me. Wait, does that mean you've taken them all out already? Man, I knew it! The Fruity Order's as good as they say. Can I join?
We can't make trouble at the expo. Voynich Guild rules. Once it's all over, meet me at the harbor in Nasha Town.
I see. All right, I'll be there.
Does he not realize what's going on here?
Also, considering our smooth collaborations thus far, a word of advice for the guild. This guy has only been able to keep his head in his booth because the Fruity Order took care of any rival factions. But if there's one thing the treasure hoarders have in spades, it's sore losers. Since our order has proven untouchable so far, they're sure to find easier targets to vent their frustration on. So look after those kids.
Huh. So this guy has been responsible for more than one conflict so far.
What do you think?
Not bad. Tastes just like back in Mondstadt.
Varka? You're here for the expo too?
Oh, hey, Traveler, Paimon. I was only planning to take a look around. Wasn't expecting this pleasant surprise. Out in this part of the world, even a homegrown Mondstadt apple is a rare treat.
Yes. And on that note, I should advise you that the prices are quite different from what you'll be used to back home.
Not a problem. It's a price worth paying for a taste of home. I'll take the whole batch and send someone to collect them later.
The whole batch? Huh. Looks like you've already made your money back, huh, Lieben? Oh, and Varka, since you're looking for a taste of home, have you tried the Mondstadt wine next door? Apparently, he uses special connections to keep the import costs down.
Yeah, I've tried it. It's pretty good, but not Mondstadt wine good. Besides, I wouldn't be able to buy any even if it was. We can't have the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius going around supporting smugglers, can we?
Oh, it's true. You're not gonna reprimand him though, are you?
Don't worry, I know it's Nefer's rules here. Not out to make life difficult for you. If you find yourself at a loose end, come visit our base sometime. I'm gonna get the Knights to make some cider out of these apples.
Oh, you're as generous as they say, Grandmaster.
Looks like you finally made some real profit.
Don't make me sound so incompetent. Though I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to make my money back quite so quickly. Now I can start thinking seriously about my next venture. I'm planning on heading to Snezhnograd, actually. I hear they're running low on lots of supplies because of Project Stuja. That's a business opportunity if I've ever seen one. With any luck, maybe I'll have the pleasure of seeing you there.
Well, good luck out there. Hope you strike it rich.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
You came all this way to investigate me. Still, as a member of this expo, I'm protected by the Voynich Guild. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
I know. That's why I'll be taking this up with them directly.
It's been a while. What brings you here this time? Are you representing the Dawn Winery, or are you here as Owl?
Take your pick. Even Owl would take issue with people smuggling the winery's products.
I understand, but please be assured that I would never pit the rules of the Voynich Guild against the interests of the Dawn Winery. Our long-standing collaboration is far too valuable to me for that. No faction exists in Nodcry that can impose their will on everyone else. The rules we have now are a result of the tug-of-war between them all. In any case, I only allowed this gentleman to sell his so-called Dawn Winery vintage here because I'm confident that it poses no threat to our collaboration.
I see. So this isn't from our cellars at all. It's not even from Mondstadt. You... I'm guessing you learned a few of our winemaking techniques, then brewed your own liquor using local ingredients from Nodcry. Imitations like these are no threat to our business.
Oh, just you watch. One day, my wine will leave the Dawn Winery in the dust!
I'll grant that your wine is a perfectly palatable product. But the fact that you didn't dare to sell it without attaching our name to it speaks volumes. That alone tells me that I'll never need to worry about any serious competition from you.
Leaving so soon? Can't I persuade you to come to the Curatorium of Secrets for some tea with me and your two old friends?
Hey there! It sounded like you were discussing some pretty serious business, so Paimon didn't want to interrupt.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
That's a shame.
Next time you're back in Mondstadt, pay a visit to the Angel's Share. At least there, I can offer you a genuine Dawn Winery vintage.
See, Lolly, I've been told that the merchants here are all protected by the organizers. I'm afraid confronting him myself will be more trouble than it's worth.
Do I have to do everything myself?
Oh, please! Granny Eatsley, have mercy!
Chaska! Say, Lolly! What are you,
It's a long story. Basically, a few members of the Flower Feather clan brought word from Nodcry that someone was selling Wyob fragments at this expo. Pretty serious stuff. So I brought Seat Lolly here to get to the bottom of it, and hopefully keep things under control.
Oh. Okay, well, as it turns out, we've been tasked with mediating any disputes like this.
Are you intending to try and stop me? Look, I'm not trying to be difficult, but you don't need me to tell you that our Wyob are not for sale. Wait a second. This is just a shard of a Wyob pillar, and its power is long gone, so it no longer has any connection whatsoever to the Wyob. So, tell me, how much did they pay you to ship these out of Natlan?
About 800,000 more apiece.
What?
Apparently, people outside of Natlan don't know all that much about our culture. Some people take one look at those pillars and start bragging that they found a Wyob fragment. I didn't want to correct them, because that way I could drum up the price.
Ugh, forget it. Since you asked me so nicely, I'll let him stay here until the expo's over. No point making a mountain out of a molehill.
Oh, thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, don't start thinking you're off the hook. Once this is over, you're going straight to Biram to face the music.
Oh.
Why, hello, Traveler and Paimon. Oh, quite the opposite. I'm her supplier. Nicole came up with a delightful new pricing method recently, which I've asked dear Dory to try out. We're here today to see how it's all going.
What sort of pricing method is that?
Curious? Well, allow me to explain. Instead of an amount of mora, you collect courage, kindness, or happiness from the buyer. The key is to make people realize they don't have to be rich. With an excellence of character, even the treasures of the Hexen Circle are within your reach. Kinda like a Seelie guiding intrepid adventurers through various tribulations until they claim their prize. Such fun, wouldn't you say?
Not for me. We didn't sell much Hexen Circle gear this time at all. At this point, I'll have to whip out some Samara specialties just to break even.
Wait, you're actually losing money, Dory?
You're saying our gifts didn't reach that many people?
I'm saying we made diddly squat. Hate to break it to you, Miss Mage, but you don't have much of a heck for business.
It might not have made much, but this has been quite a fun little experiment. To make it up to you, all the revenue from our merchandise is yours to keep, Dory.
Oh, they don't call you a great mage for nothing, Miss Alice.
it's almost time for the expo to end. I'm asking for half a month's leave once we wrap this up.
Finally got time to relax, huh, Yehuda?
Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, things are pretty calm right now. Should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Sorry, but I've got a problem over here.
Same here. Yehuda! You just jinxed it!
Someone made off with a batch of my goods using the goods first, pay later method. I thought the guild was the guarantor, but then I went to redeem my money and no dice.
The same thing happened to me. Goods first, pay later? That convenience is for exhibitors only. It works because their goods stored in the warehouse can be used as collateral.
The buyer did have guild supplied certification.
In that case, he's one of you. Pick him out of the crowd and we're good to go.
The person I talked to was a tall, thin young man, but I don't see him here.
The one who bought from me was on the chubbier side. And nope, no sign of him either. Wait, so it wasn't the same person?
Miss Yehuda, we need help! Ati went into town a while back, and we haven't heard from him.
What? Why would he do that?
He wanted to use the mora we got from our exhibit to buy everyone a little something in return for looking out for us. So he headed out alone.
Gods, this kid... Wait, did he have your certification from the guild with him?
Yeah, he's our older brother, so he's in charge of all that stuff.
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, let's not panic. What happened?
Remember those people who targeted Ati a while back? I'm worried they kidnapped him and are using his certification to scam goods off the other exhibitors.
Sorry. Oh, this isn't your fault.
Should we rescue Ati first? But Nodcry's huge! Where would we even start? We could go for the goods first, but we're dealing with a group. If they split up, it'll be impossible to nab them. Oh, come on, Yehuda, come on! You promised Boss Nephew to uphold the guild's reputation, and you promised the kids you'd protect them. Oh, this is all falling apart.
Looks like you're down to your last option, dumpster diver.
Oh, right! The Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch!
Clank Clank Crisis Control Switch activated. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Whoa!
Activating the switch gives you temporary control over all the robots in Nodcry. If you wanted, you could turn this whole place upside down. But it won't last long, so think about what you want to do first.
In that case, let's get the stolen goods back first.
All units, advance to rescue Ati!
Miss Yehuda!
Orders received. Orders received. Orders received.
Ati! You're all right!
Sorry. I made you all worry.
If anyone should be apologizing, it's those awful people who took you. You just wanted to repay everyone's kindness.
They stole my expo certificate. Did that cause trouble for anyone?
Let's just focus on one thing at a time.
Inventory complete. All goods have been retrieved.
See? Told ya. With the Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch, there's no problem in Nodcry you can't handle. With so many bots around, we didn't have to choose between the rescue and getting the goods back. We were able to do both.
I know.
These kids call me boss, and as their boss, it's my job to protect them. No way I'm letting them get in trouble with the guild.
Thanks, boss.
Aino's a great person to have on your side, huh?
To be honest, I could hug you right now. But I think I'll have that vacation first. Oh, right! I owe you a hot dog, don't I?
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Take it easy.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
into the wind.
Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow.
Dare to mess
Seems
with
like an
me.
emergency.
Let my name echo in song.
Remember, help comes first.
Time to show.
Yeah.
Have fun with this gift. Stop that!
A bitter pill to swallow. Seems like an emergency.
Let the world fly! Protect you with speed.
This is nothing. Taking a turn for the better. A bitter pill.
Late for regret. Let my name echo in song. Shower me with praise.
Bomb! Enhanced Animal Module 75! Animal...
Rain Cutter! Rain outlines your fate.
The long sleep beckons. Observe. Close your eyes.
How's this?
Be silent. To dust. Observe. Fear the dark.
Stand clear!
The pinnacle of excellence! Off to the freezer!
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! Say cheese!
A little amuse-bouche! Goose on the loose!
Here comes the catch. Gotcha.
Hold that pose!
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
Absorption test.
Your sacrifice
Let
is
me read
ready.
you a verse. Know my sword. Rain outlines your...
Be silent. Close your eyes. Fear the dark.
Pound into the ground!
Observe.
Wing Dun Water Bomb!
Witness the power of Gua. I let my guard down.
Your journey ends here.
Close your eyes.
Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Animal Hypostasis Emulation! Animal Testing...
Observe. Be silent. Night falls.
Your journey ends here.
Night
Lord of
falls.
Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Fear the dark.
Stay clear!
Rain Cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Pound into the ground!
Wing Dun Water Bomb!
Observe. Steady now. Fear the dark.
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in say cheese.
A burst of flavor!
Game's up. Time's over.
Breaking news! Off to the freezer! Goose on the loose!
Terus kali kita di sekolah pas ujian, mau dapat nilai bagus. Takut repeat. Ini sekolah ada. Kapan waktu nama handphone dari hubungan ke orang? Inilah.
Close your eyes. Observe.
Animal Tech 6308!
Let me weave you a verse.
Look, a rainbow! Good luck!
Close your eyes. Be silent. Fear the dark. Close your eyes. To dust.
Enhanced Animal Module 75! Lash attack!
Observe. Be silent. Fear the dark. Observe. Be silent.
Stay clear!
Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide! Hard-hitting explosive! Hold that pose! A little move! A burst of flavor! Time to shine!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Off to the freezer! Strike a pose! Smile! This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be stirred. If you ever have any